Have you ever studied something today, felt completely confident about it, and then forgotten most of it a few days later? One moment, the information feels crystal clear. The next moment, it seems to disappear. If this has happened to you, there is no need to worry, my friend. The problem is not your memory. The problem is understanding where your brain is storing the information. Years after my spinal cord injury, I realized that success is not simply about working hard. It is about directing effort in the right way. The same principle applies to memory. Learning is not about how much information enters your brain today. It is about how much remains available when you need it the most. Hey there, Raghu here, a certified memory coach on wheels. Welcome to my podcast. The topic of today's episode is short-term memory and long-term memory. The secret every student must know. Having survived a severe spinal cord injury, I learned that our true power is in the mind. And now I am on a mission to help students, competitive exam aspirants, stop struggling with rote learning and unlock the incredible potential of their brains using proven memory techniques. A student once approached me after a workshop. He looked frustrated. He said, "Sir, I study every day. I spend hours with my book, but by the time exams arrive, I forget most of what I learned." I asked him, "After finishing a chapter, what do you usually do?" And he replied, "Sir, I move on to the next chapter. That's it." At that moment, I understood the problem. Like many students, he was filling his short-term memory but doing very little to transfer the information into long-term memory. See, imagine staying in a hotel for one night. Yeah? You place your luggage in the room, spend some time there, and leave the next morning. The hotel room is temporary. Now imagine your own home. That is where your belongings stay permanently. So memory works in a similar way. Short-term memory is like a hotel room, and long-term memory is like your home. Information enters the hotel first, but only important information eventually moves to the home. Well, think about your childhood. You probably remember the names of your close friends, your favorite teacher, yeah, or a funny incident from school, right? Those memories survived because they entered long-term memory. But can you remember exactly what you ate for lunch 10 days ago or 15 days ago? Most of you cannot. That information never moved from short-term memory to long-term memory at all. Many students assume that studying automatically creates long-term memory. No, it doesn't. Simply reading information does not guarantee permanent storage. Most information initially enters short-term memory. If nothing is done to strengthen it, the information gradually fades away. This is why students often spend hours studying, yet struggle during examinations. They mistake temporary familiarity for permanent learning. So, information is not transferred from short-term memory to long-term memory. So, how does information move? Yeah, from short-term memory to long-term memory. The answer is reinforcement. Every time you revisit information, your brain receives a signal that the information is important. Every time you recall it, explain it, and revise it, the memory becomes stronger. Think of creating a path through a forest. The first time you walk through the trees, there is barely a visible trail, right? The second time, the path becomes clearer. The third time, it becomes easier to follow, and eventually a strong pathway appears. Memory works exactly the same way. Every revision strengthens the neural pathway. Every recall makes the memory easier to access. Attention is another crucial factor. If you study while distracted, the brain never properly stores the information. Many students study while checking their phones or thinking about something unrelated things. So strong attention creates strong encoding, and strong encoding increases the chances of transferring the information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Are you getting it? And emotions also play a very powerful role. See, think about a proud achievement, an exciting celebration, or an embarrassing moment. You can often remember those events years later, yeah, because emotional experiences are stored more deeply. This is one reason memory techniques use vivid, funny, exaggerated, and emotional images, even illogical. These images capture attention and help information move into long-term memory. Are you getting it? This also explains why students remember movie scenes from years ago but forget textbook content within days. Why within days? Just within a couple of hours, we forget many times. See, movies contain emotion, movement, color, storytelling. Yeah. The solution is to make learning more brain friendly. So, convert information into pictures, stories, and associations. The more meaningful information becomes, the easier it is to store. So, remember this carefully, my friend. Short term memory is temporary, long term memory is lasting. Studying fills short term memory only. Revision, recall, and reinforcement build long term memory. If you only study, you will forget. If you study and reinforce, that is, revise, you will remember. So, from today onwards, stop asking, how many hours did I study? Start asking, how much of what I studied will I remember next week? See, that simple shift can transform your results. And if you are ready to move information from short-term memory to long-term memory, comment below, I study for long-term memory. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.